So Justice Hunters isn't even out yet, and we're already getting support reveals. Hey guys, Otaka here, back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Justice Hunter support that's coming out in Doom of Dimensions. So in typical TCG fashion, we've been getting these like collector rare side sets, deck building sets, whatever you want to call them, and they introduced 3 new archetypes, and then the next core set after releases like pseudo support, where there's like individual cards in the set that kind of supports each of those 3 decks. And then the next core set after that, you officially get 2, maybe 3 official support cards. We saw this with Ryzeal, Ryuji, and Malice, where in Alliance Insight, which was 2 core sets after Crossroads, they officially got actual support. And out of all of them, Malice got the most, even though the Attic Nisters wasn't like direct support. But today we're going to be taking a look at the K9, Draco Tail, and Yummy support that has been revealed for Doom of Dimensions. And oh boy, there's some good stuff. Before we do jump on into the cards, though, I have noticed that a great deal of you that are watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. So if you like competitive-based content, card reveals, in-depth guides, and more, consider subscribing to the channel. But also, don't forget to leave a like on this video and comment down below which archetype you think got the best support out of the 3. And if you would like to further support the channel, consider joining my community Discord, following me over on Twitch, and using my TCG affiliate link and my Dueling Guard affiliate link. All links will be in the description down below. I am, as you guys have noticed, trying to pump out more content on a weekly basis. I believe this week or last week, whenever this video goes up, I've uploaded 4 to 5 videos. I'm not trying to do quantity over quality, but there is just a lot going on in the TCG as of late with the Justice Hunters, the tier lists, and brand new cards being revealed in Doom of Dimensions. And I'm definitely trying to keep up with the brand new card reveals and the market watches, so any and all support on the channel is greatly appreciated so I can continue to make amazing videos for you guys. Alright, so we're going to take a look at Draco Tail's support first. So in Doom of Dimensions, we are getting Draco Tail Prickle. It's a light spellcaster, 800 attack, 1500 defense, level 2. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once a turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can target 1 Draco Tail monster in your graveyard, except this card's name. Special summon it, then return 1 monster you control to your hand. So basically, this is how you're going to get like bodies back out of the graveyard and get further extension for fusion summoning. The second effect is if this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a fusion summon, you can set 1 Draco Tail spell or trap, which is that's in line with the other Draco Tail monsters, so that's nothing new. This is like okay. I think this is more designed for like maybe a grind game, because the idea is like maybe you can bring back the Femena from the graveyard and then just bounce the Femena back to hand, or you can bring back like a Mooler and then bounce like this back to your hand, and then you already have Femena in hand. Like, there's application. It's interesting. I can't imagine this being like a 3 of, probably a 1 of. And then they do have a 3rd trap card that is coming out, Draco Tail Sting. It is a normal trap. You can only activate 1 Draco Tail Sting a turn, target up to 1 monster and up to 1 spell or trap in your opponent's graveyard, banish them, then you can place 1 Draco Tail card from your graveyard or banishment on the bottom of the deck and draw 1 card. I kind of like this, but this is also very, in my opinion, niche, because you have to target a monster and a spell or trap. You cannot just target like a monster and just leave it at that. You have to target both targets. And yes, the spell and trap is flexible, but it leaves less room. I would prefer if this said target 1 monster and or, I think would be better, but I don't know, maybe this is better than I'm looking at face value. I think these 2 cards for Draco Tail are pretty fair, and as we're about to talk about with Yummy and K9, not so much. Alright, so let's take a look at Marshmallow Yummy. Light Beast, 800, 600, level 1. You can only use the following effects. The first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect is if you control no monsters, or you control only a Light Beast monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. And then the second effect is if this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Yummy spell or trap from your graveyard to your hand, or if this card was special summoned by a Synchro Monsters effect, you can place face up to your field 1 Yummy field spell or 1 Yummy continuous spell or trap from your deck or banishment instead. So not only is this an extender, but this can get back your field spell if they get banished off to something like DD Crow. But this also provides an argument to play the trap card now, and or the continuous spell that they also got in this support, which we'll talk about in a minute. And the trap card's like not terrible, just the application is you don't want to waste your searches to find it, so you're gonna have to draw it or open it, and it's like too slow. but this little guy right here can get it, so this could provide an argument to play the trap card. Overall, just a good guy. Like, it's a good card because, again, he's an extender. But he does come along with a continuous spell as well. We have Yum Yum Yumsies. You can only use each of the following effects. The second and third effect of this card's name once per turn. So the first effect is each time 2 or more Yummy monsters are special summoned to your field, gain 500 life points and your opponent loses 500. That is not a once a turn because they said second and third effect is once a turn. So not only does this get you all the life points back you're paying off of like Snatchy, which is only 100, it's a time card because it's also burning your opponent. So like you summon like 2 Yummies off of the synchros 2 to 3 times a turn if you got the full end board. So that's kind of strong. The second effect is you can pay 500 life points and target 2 face-up monsters on the field, including Snatchy. Send them to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon 1 Yummy Synchro monster from your extra deck. This is treated as a Synchro summon. This is literally just super poly for Synchro monsters because it targets Snatchy on your field and then 1 other monster on the field, including your opponent. Like, you can target one of your opponent's monsters, send that shit to the graveyard and Synchro summon. And this is not a normal Synchro summon. Like, you don't have to have Snatchy and then target another level 1 to make a Yummy Synchro 2. No. It's sending just 2 monsters to summon a Yummy Synchro, and then it counts as a Synchro summon. And then the third effect is if your opponent activates a card or effect, you can pay 100 life points immediately after this effect resolves. Link summon 1 Yummy Link monster. That one's, like, okay if you couldn't get access to a Snatchy or, like, Snatchy got banished or something from the graveyard, so you couldn't like bring it back. This just makes it so like Snatchy is still always available to you if something weird happens either in your combo or like at the beginning of your opponent's turn or something. Because like the important thing here is that Snatchy does activate the second field spell that will pop a card on Synchro Summon, so it is kind of important to have like that Snatchy available to you on your opponent's turn. But that second effect is insane. Like these 2 cards do a lot for a deck that's already going to be doing a lot. But wait, there's more, because K9 got the best support out of all of this. So the one card I'm looking at right here, so they got 2 cards, but this is the best one, and this is really all they needed. We didn't even need to give them a second card. The first card is a monster, K904 No Roy, if I pronounce that correctly. Earth Machine, level 5, 2200, 1500. You can only use the second and third effect of this card's name once per turn. The first effect is if your opponent has 2 or more cards in their hand, you can normal summon this card without tribute. It's just a Izuna effect, essentially. The second effect is if this card is normal summoned, you can special summon 1 non-machine K9 monster from your deck. As long as you control that monster face up, you can only special summon K9 monsters from your extra deck, and that sounds crippling until I read this next effect. The third effect is you can send 1 face-up K9 card you control to the graveyard, check your opponent's hand. Why did we need that one? Honestly, the first 2 effects were fine. We didn't need the third effect. Konami, what the fuck, man? They just like, and because it's like the third effect, and I'm sorry, the way I read check your opponent's hand, it's like they just nonchalantly slide that in and be like, check your opponent's hand. Just take a look, take a peek. Why did we need that? Like, honestly. Now, one thing to note here is the second effect is exclusively a normal summon, not a special summon effect, so you can't like special summon off Joe Cool and use the effect. This has to be normal summon, but the first effect allows it to be normal summon as long as you haven't consumed your normal summon. But the third effect, just eat the guy that you summoned, look at your opponent's hand, and then, like, activate Joe Cool to get bodies back. What the fuck, Konami? Like, piss off. They do get a second card as well, K9666 Jax. It is a Dark Fiend, rank 5 Xyz, 2600, 2500. Requires 2 level 5 monsters, so it's incredibly generic. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once a turn. First effect is if this card is Xyz summoned, or if your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand or graveyard, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 monster on the field, destroy it. And then the second effect is if this card has a K9 Xyz monster as material, it gains the following effect, which is during the turn your opponent activated a monster effect in hand or graveyard, double any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent. That's whatever. Honestly, both of these are like whatever. Like, this guy's kind of eh. Like, they took anything that could have been good on this guy and then put it on the last one. Like, it's whatever. Now, I do have a couple gripes and complaints real quick. My first gripe and complaint is that, again, this guy didn't need to look at the hand. He was really good with the first 2 effects, didn't need the third effect. That just felt unnecessary. This guy's okay. He'll probably get ran as like a 1-of for like maybe an OTK strategy scenario where like they're just trying to go for game. But my biggest gripe here is K9 got another extra deck monster in the Xyz department, but Draco Tail didn't get a fusion and Yummy didn't get a synchro. And Yummy not getting a synchro is fine. They already have 3 and they're all 3 pretty good. Draco Tail only has 2 fusions, and in my opinion, they're kind of like fair. And like, this is crazy to me that I'm out here like complaining about a card or a deck being fair, but like in the current format of Yu-Gi-Oh, a deck has to be unfair to really compete. Like, fair decks just aren't cutting it right now, and that's just unfortunate. But Draco Tail kind of got the short end of the stick, because even the 2 cards they got were pretty not bad. I'm not gonna say they're bad. Like, Sting and Prickle are both fine cards. Like, they're gonna perform what needs to be performed in Draco Tail. Like, Prickle is going to make it so that the deck has another body that can be used to set like another spell or trap from the deck, but also she gets you a body back out of the graveyard that can be used for further fusion summoning. So it's like, she's gonna be fine and she's gonna be played, and Sting probably will also be played, possibly, because it does draw you a card as well, and it's a little hyper specific for my blood. But I think the deck needed another fusion, honestly. Yummy's support is crazy, though. Like, again, the deck didn't need another synchro monster. The 3 that it has are fine. Like, maybe another Link monster. Because Yum Yum Yumzy actually implies there's gonna be more Yummy Link monsters down the road, because it just says Link summon 1 Yummy Link monster. We only got 1, so what you mean by that? I don't know. I think out of the 3 archetypes, K9 got the best, with Yummy like really close behind. But I do think Draco Tail, just like all of the cards in general, like out of the 3 decks, Draco Tail keeps getting the short end of the stick. Like, Draco Tail, granted, things may have changed by the time this video goes up, but Draco Tail's probably not performing as well as K9 or Yummy are in this current format, especially since we're not, getting a ban list before Worlds. But I am curious to hear what you all think, so comment down below what your thoughts are. Who got the best support out of the 3? I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be agreeing with me in the fact that K9 got the best support. But also, don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already and you like competitive-based content. But with that, I'll see you all in the next one. See ya!